Story time about how my baby daddy's mom found out that I had a baby by both of her sons, which means the brothers.
All right.
Story time about how my baby daddy's mom found out that I had a baby by both of her sons, which means the brothers. If you haven't watched my other story time about how I had a baby by my baby daddy's brother, go watch that before you watch this. So before we get into the story time, I just want to address a few things. First of all, I hate when people call me white, think I'm white. I am not white. I don't got an ounce of white in me. I'm very light complected, but I am not white. Not my baby daddy. My daddy is straight out of Mexico. My mama is from, the States, but she is not white neither. Neither of my parents are white. I am not white. I'm Mexican as hell. Both of the dads are black. They're brothers. They're both black, very much black.
God, man. This is shit I be talking about. I'm gonna let her finish.
And third, no, the second baby dad is not in my son's life. The brothers do not get along to this day. And,
No shit, bitch. They both got a baby by you. And you expect to just, we're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
I don't got no problem with the second baby dad, but we just don't speak. So, I think that's really it. Alright, so let's get right into the story time. So, in the last story time, I told y'all about how when my baby dad called and he told me that he wanted to talk to his daughter, see how his daughter was and everything. I just pretty much told him, like, look, I need to tell you something. Hold on, my mama dogs is tripping. So, after I told him, like, I'm pregnant by your brother and we're having a boy, he pretty much started spazzing on me, cussing me out, telling me he gonna do this, that, and third whenever he get home. And I told him I don't want no smoke, like, none at all. So after that, I guess he ended up calling his mama, and he told her what was going on. He's like, tell me why Naya's pregnant by my brother and they're having a little boy. And she's like speechless, like, what the do you mean? Like, she thought he was joking at first, and he's like, no, like, I'm dead serious. Like, call her and ask her. So this lady ended up hanging up the phone with him. She called me and she's like, tell me.
I know you didn't call your baby daddy's mama this lady. You know what? I'm really enjoying this Popeyes right now, and she is not going to ruin it.
Tell me why Blase just called me and said that you having a baby with Blase. She's like, is this true? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. And she's like, and how far along are you? And I'm like, I tell her, and she's like, and you didn't think to tell nobody? And I'm like, I mean, this is not really nobody's business but ours. So, I told who needed to know.
Obviously, this woman is a skeezer. But who is this second baby daddy? Who is this brother? Your brother's BM? I once had a brother, and he's one of my stepdad's kids. And he showed me over time how little love he actually has for me. So, I once had a brother. I was dating this woman named Brittany. Brittany was fine. All my women be fine. I like them fine. You hear me? He kept commenting about how fine she was and how he wanted to do it to her. And I laughed it off because he didn't have a shot with Brittany at all. And plus, sometimes it's just hyperbolic. And you never want to assume your brother got it out for you like that. You know what I'm saying? But as I grow up, I realize he definitely would have hit my girl had she gave him the opportunity. Because he told me. With his bitch ass. No wonder your life sucks, Jacory. This is how you behave.
And so she's like, well, he got a sister for you. So, I mean, that's, whenever you drop this baby, that's that. And so I'm like, I got plenty of sisters. What up? So she's like, okay, well, let me call his sister, and if that's what you want to do, we can do. I said, I don't want to do nothing. First of all, I'm pregnant. But if that's what y'all want to do, we can do that. So anyway, I ended up calling my sister up, and I'm like, hey, so-and-so mom trying to get his sister to fight me because, the situation. So she's like, oh, okay, we'll say no more. She's like, let me get ready, whatever. And she's like, and then I'll, pull up. So I'm like, all right, cool. So anyway, the mom ended up texting me. She said, meet us at Bones Hook. And I'm like, all right, cool. You ain't got to say no mother more. I'm on the way. So I pull up to my sister. I go get two of my sisters, actually.
You hear this ghetto trash? The mama want to get the sister to fight the baby mama because she's having a baby by her baby daddy's brother. So she calls her sisters because everybody wants to fight. And they're like, meet me at such and such. And she's like, okay, I'm going to meet you at such and such for this girl fight.
But I go get two of my sisters, and we pull up over there, and then the mama there, the sister there. That's it. And it's me and my two sisters. So they end up fighting. I ain't gonna hold you. My sister got her ass whooped the first round. Like, I'm talking about beat the fuck up. I'm like, oh, brother. So, mind y'all, they fighting because I got pregnant by both the brothers. So, I'm just like, my sister finna whoop my ass after this. So, anyway, yeah, so they fought that one time, and then my sister was like, hold on, I need some motherfucking water. So my sister went to the car, got some water or whatever, and my sister-in-law is calling out my other sister, like, what up? My other sister, she's not a fighter, okay? She's like, I'm not fighting y'all. Like, I'm just here to watch. I'm here for emotional support. So they was like, yeah, y'all ain't like that for real, blah, blah. And I'm like, we is not. We are not, boo. Like, we is not like that.
This is the most sensible thing I've heard the whole time. Girls telling girls, you're not like that. And this girl is like, no, we're not. Because we're girls. Girls shouldn't be fighting. Girls shouldn't be... I don't even watch girl UFC fighters. Girls shouldn't be fighting. Girls should be pretty.
So anyway, my sister come back from the car. And little did I know, my sister had her hands wrapped. And I did not know what she had going on. So I'm looking at her like, what the... So after that, come to find out, okay, so my sister gets to whooping this hoe. Like, I'm talking about, sorry, I didn't mean to call her a hoe. Like, we cool now. But she gets to whooping this hoe. Like, I'm talking about whooping the out of her. Like, worse than she did her type shit. So we get back in the car. I'm like, what the you had in your hands? Like, brass knuckles? Like, is you cool? And she's like, no. She's like, I spray mace on this cloth. And she's like, I ripped this hoe up and I put it on my hands. She's like, I wasn't finna go out like that. I said, yup, as you should. Ain't no rules of fighting. Clock it. So anyway, so they both got their round. After that, you know, sister left a little bloody. My sister left a little bloody. And that's just that on that, right? So after that, you know.
Mace on a cloth on your hands is not only insane. How about a round of applause? Bravo, bitch. Standing ovation. That is how you fight.
I didn't speak to the family after that, like, for a little bit. So the mama ended up reaching back out to me, and she's like, when are you supposed to have this baby? And I tell her whatever. And she's like, okay, well, what do you need for this baby? So I tell her, like, the few things that I had left that I had to get the baby or whatever. And so she's like, okay, I'll get it for you, whatever. She ended up getting it and everything. I ended up having my son. Everything was all fine and dandy. Everything was cool. So after that, I ended up having my son, like I said. Everything was cool. And then the sister hit my phone. She's like, oh, you thought you was cool after that? She's like my mama said, when you drop that baby, it's up. And I'm like, I don't want no smoke, girl. I don't want no smoke. Y'all, this girl must have pulled up to my motherfucking house. And so I'm low-key scared to come outside. I'm like, you know what Mo3 says? She's scared to come? Yeah, I'm scared to come outside. So I'm like, I'm trying to call people. Nobody answering. I'm like, all right, cool.
This is just a big ghetto mess. And these are women doing all this violent fighting.
Whatever. I'm going to just have to come out here and take this ass whooping from both her brothers. Like, it's just me, not you. What the fuck? Why are you mad? So anyway, I'm like, well, I come outside. I'm like, well, your niece and your nephew out there. Like, what we going to do? And she's like, girl, they be all right while you get this ass whooping. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I come outside. I come outside with no shoes on. Bro, when I tell you I got to whooping this hoe, I was lost. Like, when did you learn to fight? What the fuck? I'm whooping this hoe, boom. She started whooping on me. I'm like, oh, okay. See, this is why getting your head all big, girl. You gotta chill out. So boom, she whooped my ass. Like, I whooped her ass for a cool minute. This hoe whooped my ass up and down the mother street. I said, oh my God, this is why you don't brothers. So yeah, after that, mind y'all, the dad is not really around. Like, not really. He's not around. So like, the dad is out of the picture.
Of course, their dad isn't around. Of course.
She's like, I whooped your ass and now we cool. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be cool with you after you whoop my ass just because I both your brothers? Like, what they got to do with you for real? Like, but I was like, you know, whatever, because I don't want my ass whooped again. So after that, you know, my baby daddy come home, whatever, and he's like, you know, he's like, I don't agree with everything that happened. He's like, but we just gonna let all of that go. Let the past be the past. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever floats your boat. So after that, you know, he like tell me, because every time we go to like his family house or whatever, it's always some type of tension. So he tell me like, I just feel like, you know, you and my family need to sit down and have a conversation, like you, my mom, and my sister. And I'm like, all right, cool, I ain't got no problem with doing it.
This is what people do. They make their lives as chaotic and complicated as humanly possible. And then, you know what, let's bring this all together for some damn peace. Ain't no, what the f? The brother whose baby mama had a baby by his brother, he got back together with this. You know, at this point, I'm really starting to enjoy all this. I used to be vexed by the behavior of my own people. I used to think that maybe my community could somehow get their shit together. And then I came out with Now You a Single Mom, and it was met with such hatred. Not only that, ever since Now You a Single Mom, all these ridiculous hoes feel more empowered to post their ridiculousness. They post their most embarrassing L on the internet for millions of people to see. I'm really, really starting to enjoy this. And for my sake, for my audience's sake, I really pray that you goofy never get your shit together.